Today I thought I would do something a little bit different and give you a tour of my Cult of the Lamb cult. For anyone not familiar with Cult of the Lamb, it is a roguelike dungeon crawler and farming sim where you get to grow your own cult as you try and defeat the bosses. For any game that has any kind of farm building, village building, or city building, I always love to check out videos to see what people have created. So I thought I would do that with my Cult of the Lamb cult, and one of the biggest reasons why is because you do not need anywhere close to completing your cult to complete this game. I have just completed over day 150 on my cult and I have beat all the bosses, completed endgame, I have collected all follower forms, I've collected all decorations, and I have taken the time after endgame to upgrade my entire cult and decorate it. So this might be interesting to those who just didn't bother building up on decorating their cult, or for those who want to see what it could look like. Before we get started, a spoiler warning to anyone who doesn't want to get any decorations or follower forms ruined for them. If you haven't completed the game yet, I have everything unlocked and I've built most of it, so you're gonna see it in this video. So this is my cult. I'm gonna start with the center area and then I'll go clockwise around the map and we'll have a look at what I've built and designed. This is a fully upgraded shrine where followers can give their devotion, and once it's fully upgraded you can get this little fuel spot here where we can add grass or logs, and that can increase the rate of devotion given. And of course we have the indoctrination circle over here where you'll add new followers. So those two things are some of the items that can't be moved in your cult. Those are set in stone where they are. I placed my little prison down here just below. I knew that I wanted my prison close to the center circle because I feel like it brings more shame to the dissenters when they're in the center of the cult. And I added in the dirt path. So underneath this patch of dirt isn't here, but dirt paths are one of the options that you can add. So I added some dirt under here. And then the other things that can't move here is obviously your building menu. This is set in stone. And then when you unlock the ability to sell on the market, your items on the market, this is set in stone as well. So this is the little kitchen. This is one of the things that you first unlock, and I just put it at the top here, again in the center of the cult, and then just added this floorboards path underneath, and then I decorate it with these two pumpkin decorations. In designing my cult, I tried to use pretty much all the decorations that I could, that I felt like I could fit in without just absolutely swamping the place. So you'll probably see most of the decorations out in my cult somewhere, but I decided to use the pumpkins to kind of decorate my kitchen a little bit. You can't actually put them within the range of the kitchen, that's why they're on the edge here. And then I guess this entry path I can also do. I have this cobblestone flower path which I laid down, that's a custom path, and a flower arch, and then these two lanterns which are from the crystal set, which I think is anchor deep. These items come from, I put either side. It wasn't until I actually built these crystals that I figured out you can flip decorations. So if you don't know, when you place a decoration down, I think 100% of the time it can be flipped and mirrored. So just look out for that when you're decorating. If you don't know, that is an option. So then we come to the right over here, and this is where I have built what I dub the little village. I have fully upgraded housing for all my followers. I think I have 25 houses and only 24 followers right now. Yes, because this one is open. But again, I decorated with the little cobblestone path, and then we have up here the stained glass path underneath this. I think this is the only place where I use this stained glass path, but I have created this little shrine for my Twitch community. If you didn't know, in Cult of the Lamb, your Twitch community can donate devotion to your shrine, which you can then collect, and then you have a chance of, on a spin wheel, winning items. And these are the items that you can win. They're all in purple colors for Twitch. So there are a rose bush, a few different statues and monuments, and a flag. So I brought all the Twitch items together to this little shrine and then added this little gifting shrine in the middle so followers can still gift items here. I then have the same floorboard path that we have for the kitchen, but this is where all the bathrooms are. I put them up in this corner. These are fully upgraded outhouses that can hold a lot of follower poops. And then this is just the little janitor building where you can have followers clean up messes for you. And then I just put in a bunch of different decorations around the outside. So we have these little candles, I have these lantern stands, and more candles over here. And then I have this, oh, they're all going to bed, but I have this tree is kind of in the way. Someone didn't finish chopping this tree. Okay, and then here I have this mushroom statue, which you do have to build as part of one of the missions. So after I built it, I didn't want to take it away, and I didn't really have anywhere to put it, so it's just kind of over here overlooking the edge of the village. But it's a little bit random. It's just tacked on here a little bit. But this is my fully upgraded village area. So now it's daytime. here is my farming section, which is the next section. I have 4 fully upgraded farms, which I feel like is the amount that you need if you're up at like the mid-20s of followers in your cult. When the farms are fully upgraded, the followers can do all the planting and harvesting and watering and fertilizing themselves, which is great, so you don't really have to worry about it. You just come collect it in these chests in the center. I also have fully upgraded windmills on each of the farms, which increase the growth rate of the food and also collect devotion as it does that. And then I have these scarecrow traps, which can trap little critters and you can collect some meat. I have my little crop buckets where I can drop off my seeds, a little fertilizer spot as well, and then this is like the composting. And then I decorated my farms with all the little farming decorations. So I have a little vegetable sign, these hay bales over here, another sign, we've got the pitchfork in the hay here. So just any little bit like that I used as decoration for this area. And then moving across directly down from my shrine, I have used this cobblestone path again. This is like the main path I've used to lead to everything. I have created another mini shrine area. I have a 3rd level fully upgraded tabernacle, and it also has a little fuel spot where you can increase the rate of devotion given here. And then these are the 4 statues or trophies that you get when you beat the bosses, so I have those set up here, and those kind of overlook my follower cemetery. You can probably tell by the way I have set up my cult that I played a very nice run. I didn't feed any cult followers to each other. I didn't really sacrifice many cult followers, and the cult is decorated quite nicely. In my next playthrough, I want to kind of do a darker twist and decorate it all with just skulls, big cult followers to each other, and just take like the negative route to everything. In this one, I was pretty neutral. Again, I have just used the dirt path here just to separate the cemetery from the rest of the ground. And then I just have this little pond up here. Originally, I did have it like in the middle of my cemetery, but it took up a lot of space and made me need to extend my gravestones a lot further out. So I ended up deciding just to move it up here for now. And somebody has just got sick, which is perfect timing because now we move on to like my little hospital area. And I have this cobblestone flower path and another flower archway as we come to this little hospital setup that I have, which I decorated with a little fountain. These are all flower decorations that are the flower that is used to heal your followers, so I thought I would decorate around the hospital with this. And then I threw in this like anchor deep decoration, which is like made of crystals, which I thought was cool. Another Twitch monument here. I also knew I wanted this hospital close to the center of the cult because you use it a lot, so I didn't want to have to like run off to the edge all the time when I wanted to use it, so that's kind of why I placed it right here in the middle. So this little corner of the cult is where we collect resources and then use the refineries to refine them into better materials. Sometimes I also have like a 3rd either wood or stone resource collector up here. And then the only real decorating I did in this area is the floorboards path and then these torches, because I had these torches that I thought were cool and I wanted to build them somewhere and I didn't know where they fit in, but I think they work pretty well in this area down here. It's kind of industrial, the industrial corner of the cult. And then we make our way up to the side here, and this is our demon summoning circle, which very much looks like a demon summoning circle. I feel like this is a fully leveled up one where I can do like 3 followers at a time, and I decorated it with the lava cobblestone. This is the only place that I use it in. I put dirt around the outside because I felt like it gave it something else instead of using a lot of the lava floor. So I think all of these decorations pretty much come from Silk Cradle, except for this flag, which is just a general standard flag. Oh, and the arches as well. The arches are also just a general decoration, but I think they kind of go with the Silk Cradle stuff anyway. And then finally make our way up into this top corner, which as you can probably tell is like the religion corner. I put my little propaganda speaker here, which is on the way to the temple, which I just thought was like a little extra brainwashing on the way to the daily sermons. And then I have my big monster statue here, which I think you have to win in an interesting way, or at least I want it in an interesting way. But also this is one of the few decorations that you can interact with and something happens. I won't give the entire thing away, but if you haven't built this yet, build it. And see if you can interact with it because it will unlock something for you. And I have laid down this gold path. This is the only place that I use the gold path because I felt like it really added to the whole, you know, gilded religion. And then I've used a bunch of the Anchor Deep crystal items because I think it really lights up this area. This is a fully upgraded temple, a fully upgraded missionary. I've also used this lamb statue. I also have another donation bowl here and then our confessional booth on the end. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed taking a look at my 150 plus day cult and how I decorated it. This video is a little bit different to my normal content, but if you're usually here, I hope you enjoyed it anyway. As always, thank you for checking out my video. I really appreciate it, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next one.
That record be making a scene.